Let's talk honestly. Most people, right now, are waiting for something. Waiting for a break. Waiting for a sign from the universe. Waiting for that one perfect moment when everything finally, magically, lines up. They're waiting for confidence to just show up at their door. Waiting for motivation to strike like lightning. Waiting for permission from the world to go all in on their dreams. And while they wait, life just keeps moving. Days turn into weeks, weeks into years. And the gap between where they are and where they want to be just gets wider. Here's the truth that most people never hear clearly enough. The break doesn't come first. The work does, the momentum if in a gift. It's a consequence. You don't find the perfect path. You create it, one messy, uncertain step at a time. Now, a lot of people feel stuck. It's a heavy word, isn't it? Stuck. It sounds permanent, like being trapped in cement. But most people aren't truly stuck. They're just paused. Paused by the fear of what other people will think. Paused by the fear of failing and looking foolish. Paused by the paralyzing fear of starting without any guarantees of success. In the moment, hesitation feels like the responsible choice. It feels safe, but over time, that hesitation hardens into regret. Progress doesn't require certainty. It just requires movement. Even a small step forward is infinitely more powerful than standing still. This brings us to one of the biggest myths about achievement. People say, I'll start when I'm clear on what to do. I just need a plan. But clarity is a reward, not a prerequisite. Clarity comes asterisk after asterisk you take action, not before. You don't think your way into confidence. You act your way into it. Every single step you take, no matter how small, teaches you something. Every attempt gives you real-world feedback. Every action sharpens your focus and clarifies your direction. Action creates clarity. Inaction, on the other hand, only creates more doubt. Think about it. You can spend a year planning the perfect business, or you can spend a day actually trying to make your first sale. Which one do you think teaches you more? And let's be real, taking that first step is uncomfortable. Growth charges an entry fee, and that fee is always discomfort. Discomfort looks like being bad at something before you can be good at it. It looks like being seen and judged before you feel ready. It looks like being tired and exhausted before you feel strong and capable. Most people see this discomfort and they hit the brakes. They mistake this feeling for a warning sign, a signal to stop. They avoid it and call their avoidance patience, but patience without action is just a fancy word for delay. If what you're doing feels uncomfortable, if it's stretching you beyond your current limits, you're probably doing it right. That feeling, in a red light, it's a green light, telling you that growth is happening. Now, it's easy to confuse being busy with making progress. Your calendar is full. You're answering emails. You're running around all day. It feels productive, right? But busyness without clear direction is just motion without movement. It's like running on a treadmill. You're sweating, but you're not going anywhere. Real progress has intention. Progress has focus. Progress is built on priorities. You have to ask yourself the tough question at the end of the day. Did what I do today move me closer to my goal, or did it just keep me occupied? Your time is your most valuable asset. Stop spending it on things that don't compound. Spend it on the actions that build the future you actually want. This is where discipline comes in. And discipline is really just a form of self-trust. Every single time you do what you said you would do, whether it's waking up early, making that difficult phone call, or finishing that workout, you send a powerful message to yourself. That message is, I can trust myself. I am reliable. That trust builds real, uncheckable confidence. That confidence creates unstoppable momentum. Discipline isn't about punishing yourself. It's the ultimate form of self-respect. It's proof that you value your future self enough to do the hard things today. You don't need more hype or another motivational video. You need more follow-through. And what you follow through on is determined by your standards. Here's a hard truth. You don't rise to the level of your goals. you fall to the level of your standards. If your standards for yourself are low, your life will likely stay small. But the moment your standards rise, your behavior has to change to meet them. And when your behavior changes, your results inevitably follow. So, raise your standards for how you use your mornings. Raise your standards for how you talk to yourself when you make a mistake. Raise your standards for how you respond when things get hard. Your ceiling doesn't lift when your wishes get bigger. It lifts when your daily standards do. Of course, when you start raising your standards, something else shows up: fear. But listen closely, fear means you're near something important. Fear doesn't show up for meaningless goals. It doesn't appear when you're coasting in your comfort zone. It shows up when something truly matters to you. Every meaningful change you try to make will trigger fear. Every upgrade to your life challenges your old identity. So, fear is not the enemy. Your obedience to fear is the enemy. The trick is to feel the fear and move anyway. Acknowledge it, thank it for trying to protect you, and then take the step. Fear shrinks when you advance toward it. It grows when you run away. Your environment is also a huge part of this equation. It's quietly programming you every single day. Look around you. The people you talk to, the content you consume, the conversations you have, they are all shaping your beliefs. What you hear repeatedly starts to feel true. What you see daily starts to feel normal. If you want a bigger, more expansive life, you must intentionally build an environment that demands growth. Unfollow the negativity. Mute the doubters. Find people who are playing the game at a higher level. Change your inputs, and you will inevitably change your outcomes. Big, life-altering changes rarely happen overnight. They are the result of small, seemingly insignificant habits done with relentless consistency. One focused hour of deep work a day. One honest, difficult conversation a week. One disciplined decision to choose the hard right over the easy wrong. Compounding doesn't make a lot of noise. It's quiet, it's subtle, but over time, it changes everything. Your future self isn't built in one heroic leap. It's built quietly, daily, in the small choices you make when no one is watching. Stop negotiating with your potential. That negotiation sounds harmless at first. It's the little voice that says, I'll just skip the gym today. I'll start eating healthy tomorrow. I'll restart my project next week. But every time you negotiate, you give comfort the advantage, and comfort always wants more. It will take an inch, then a mile, until your potential is a distant memory. Your potential demands commitment, not negotiation. Choose wisely in those small moments. Confidence, true confidence, isn't something you're born with, it's something you earn. It's earned by showing up, especially on the days you don't feel like it. It's earned by staying consistent, even when the results are painfully slow. It's earned by not quitting when it gets boring and monotonous. Repetition builds your identity. When you repeatedly act like a disciplined person, you start to believe you are a disciplined person. That identity creates a belief system that carries you through any challenge. And what about your past? The mistakes, the failures, the setbacks. Your past was not a verdict on your future. It was training. It didn't disqualify you. It prepared you. Every setback taught you resilience. Every mistake taught you invaluable awareness. Every loss taught you a deeper kind of strength. You are not starting from zero. You are starting from experience. Use it. So this brings us to the final, most liberating breakthrough of all. No one is coming. There is no rescue team scheduled to save you. There is no perfect timing guaranteed by the cosmos. And the moment you truly accept that, you realize something incredible. The power has been in your hands all along. When you stop waiting, you start winning. You don't need anyone's permission. You just need your own commitment. So stop waiting for the break. Become the break. Show up when it's hard. Act when it's uncomfortable. Stay consistent when it's boring. That is how ordinary people build extraordinary lives. The work comes first. Now, go do the work. Thanks for watching.